Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome back to episode 10 of Europa Universalis 4 as the Iroquois. Now, at the end of the last video, I was just preparing to go and declare war on the Powhatan, but thinking about it, this is a really dumb idea. I do have slightly more men than them. Unfortunately though, the combat width is so small, the extra men aren't going to make any difference. And they have an extra 20% base morale, and the point is, even if I throw my entire stack out there to stack, even if it's in favourable terrain, I'm going to run out of morale long before they do. And what that's going to end up meaning is that they will basically get my morale down to 0, chase me around the map, and stack wipe me. And that's a little bit pointless, so I've decided this time around, instead of getting in a war that I'm not going to win, just for the sake of trying to keep the episode entertaining, we're not going to do that. So I'm going to put down my army maintenance. Hopefully they're not going to attack. I shouldn't think they will. We can afford to reduce inflation a little bit here as well. So we're going to spread our troops out to places that need some troops to stop them from revolting. We shouldn't have any rebels really, but we'll make sure we've got some troops around, bring some away off the front line. We'll go back up to speed 4. So what we're going to be doing is concentrating on development. We will look for opportunities if we can, you know, attack weak people or take sort of single province nations, we will. You know, if these guys get involved in another fight with somebody else, then sure, I'll reconsider attacking them again. But at the moment, it would be really, really stupid of me to try and attack them. But they are running out of money. We've already noticed that they have reduced their... where are we? They've reduced their maximum number of troops from 21 down to 20. It's not significant, but they have done it. Now, this is probably because they don't have enough money to support the full 21. So it's quite possible that it may continue to go down. Now, you guys, are you in some sort of federation? You are in a federation with the Powhatan. So we can't really do an awful lot against you because it'll bring these guys in which case we'll get wrecked. We already know that. But I guess we could hide in the hills, but Onondaga's Forest, they could still beat me. We wouldn't have any support. We'll want to get the Micmac integrated at some point, but I don't think that's necessarily overly important. We do have a new mission. Rival of our rival. Powhatomi. Okay, well, we can do that. We've just got to find them now. Let's just quickly pause up. You're a rival of them, so you've got to be somebody fairly small. I could just search for them, but where's the fun in that? Chickasaw, Creek, Wichita. Oh, there you are. So, would you like to improve relations? Already at 49, so that's not too bad. You have an alliance with the Shawnee. We are in a federation with the Shawnee, so I'm quite surprised these guys aren't in with this. I mean, obviously the Huron are our other rival, and we could declare war on them. But considering they are in a federation with the Cheyenne, the Comanche, the Ojibwe, the Ottawa, and the Afaro. Arapaho. Yeah, sure, why not? Never heard of that one. So they're actually quite... Why are we still losing money? I'm sure when I put the army maintenance down before, we were actually gaining. Would you look at that? We're on... Let's repay a loan. That puts us in a slight positive now. So yeah, we need to definitely make some money here. So I guess we should do a little bit more development where we can. And we've just taken out another loan anyway, so that was completely pointless. Anywhere we can do a little bit of admin development, because we need to catch up in tech anyway. So we might as well spend some admin points at this stage, just to try and get some additional money coming in. This is the wrong culture. We will culture flip it, but putting that development up should help a little bit. There we go. We're making 0.89 ducats now. So we are at our force limit. Actually, we're just slightly under our force limit. I would like to be at the actual force limit, so maybe we will go up to that. We're all fully reinforced. We've almost got our full manpower. I know some people say, why don't you play at speed 5 when there's nothing happening. I normally would do if I wasn't recording, but the game lags like crazy and it causes the audio to get out of sync, and that causes me no end of problems trying to sort that out in post, so I'll play at speed 4. Lose 100 Diplo or lose 1 stability. Again, we're ahead in Diplo. We need to catch up in military, so I guess we can go ahead and do that. Yeah, well, actually, we need to catch up in admin as well, but I think it is important to try and get some money coming in. So we could go ahead now and go right up to our force limit. We might as well while we've got the manpower, so we'll go and get one more. Rival of our rival, that is done. So we have no new missions at the moment. No missions we can take at all. What do we need to do to get this vision quest? Just have a theologian. Increase prestige for reduced, increased stability cost. We'll wait till you've got some morale back, because you're currently morale locked. When you're at full morale, you should be able to move over here. Then we'll put that one big stack together. And group you up. But yeah, I did sort of crunch the numbers in my head for doing this, attacking these Powhatan, and yeah, it just didn't seem favourable, because I have 2 base morale, they have 2.5 base morale, and that's a significant difference. Even though I have more troops than them, there's going to be the same number of troops fighting because the combat width is so small. So trying to oh, here's England. So trying to attack them straight up is pretty impossible. So we'll wait until once we catch them up in tech, then my overwhelming numbers will probably help us. Also, if other members of our federation would come in to help, that would be good. As you can see here, he's now gone down to 19k. So he's still having money issues. He is starting to reduce the number of troops that he has. Let's go and start improving relations over here, because you are our vassal, but your opinion of us isn't great, because we forced vassalized you. So let's start working on getting that up. And yeah, I would still like to be able to attack Huron, but at the moment they've just got far too many allies. So that is unfortunate. They're also warning the Cree, but the Cree are down here. Oh, that's the Creek. The Cree are up where? They're the Cree. The Cree and the Creek, just to make it a little bit more confusing. So most of Huron's federation, they've got the Cheyenne, which is like a single province. And then they've got... which are the other ones that they've got? Some of the others up here, they've got the Comanche. The Apache are all the way over here, so I don't think they can really help them. But yeah, it is a problem that a lot of men can turn up very, very quickly. Gain 2 base manpower. Gain a colonial governor. Or fur will now be produced in Lenape. What's currently produced in Lenape? Naval supplies. What is fur worth? 2. So not really much difference. 2 base manpower is not a bad thing. Let's go ahead and take that then. What else do we want to do? So we could go and get a Diplo advisor. We don't really need to. We should probably take the focus off admin at the moment and just sort of spread it around more evenly, which is good because it does give us more in military. So getting local autonomy sucks, but the good thing about this, we don't want to gain yearly corruption and we don't want to lose morale of armies, definitely not. Now, gaining 25% local autonomy in Pocumtuck is unfortunate, but gaining 1 base tax in Onondaga is good. Because the thing with Onondaga is we have the buildings here that increase our tax gains. So yeah, we're making nearly a ducat a month. Admittedly, we've got the army maintenance on like 0 at the moment, but that should help out with that. Let's make sure we continue to improve relations with the Shawnee wherever we can. We don't want to get kicked out of the Federation. You are also in our Federation. We should probably suck up with you when we get the opportunity. Colony is now self-sustaining. Excellent. We will need to core it, but it's very cheap, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll still do that a fair bit more. Now, do we want to go and grab even more land? This has got some really good development here. This has got 10 development. So this is going to be our new colony. Definitely getting Delaware. Because the good thing with Delaware is it hasn't even been depleted by... it hasn't even been depleted by people moving around the map. And we don't have to worry about having a border with the Powhatan, because we already had a border with them anyway. So we're just gaining a little bit more coast here. And is that part of the same state and territory as state of Delaware Valley, Delaware Valley, Delaware Valley? Yeah, so we already own this state. These are the Hudson Valley. Doesn't tell me which ones these are, though. Which is unfortunate. An advisor has died. Okay, we don't want to go up in... maybe we can go up in force limit, actually. Yeah, we can go up to 29 now. But before we do that, I think we should have a look at buildings and see what we can get. So, defensiveness and forts at the moment are pretty pointless, to be honest. Anything that gives us extra local tax is well worth doing it. Apparently we don't have one in Onondaga, which I find strange. So we should definitely go and build one there. Get that as early as we can. And we have lost our admin advisor, which we can't afford to get at the moment. The Iroquois is the new Federation leader. Okay, so now we are the leader of the Federation. So it's still not showing the federal authority up here, which it should be. I'm not using any sort of mods that change the well, I'm not using any mods at all. I'm not even using the map ones. So I'm using no mods at all, but it's not showing the federal authority up here, which is really weird. So we are now the Federation leader. So what we could do if we wanted to is we could attempt to invite other people to it. Of course, a lot of them are in a Federation. We'll recall our diplomats from you, and we will go and improve relations with you. We can gain mercantilism. Well, yeah, of course we want to gain mercantilism. We always want to gain mercantilism. 1.6 ducats we're earning now. We still want to get another admin advisor. You might as well get production efficiency. We've not got any national unrest at the moment, and we're at max stability, so we might as well get somebody that's going to make us a little bit of money, or at least try and offset his own cost a little bit. I'm pretty much guessing that everyone we find now is going to be in a federation at this point. Oddly enough, Chickasaw isn't in a federation. Invite to federation. Or we could try and suck up to them. Chickasaw were a lot bigger at one point. But they've gone down to almost nothing. It could get us involved in a fight with the Creek, which is pretty scary. What about any of you guys? You're in a federation. We know the Apache are in a federation. So yeah, we could potentially get Chickasaw. And I guess all of these guys are as well. Yeah. Okay, well that's fine. What about Miami? You're not in a federation, but you are the enemies of the Shawnee, which is fine. And we could potentially, we don't have a CB against them, but we could potentially go over there and attack those guys and grab them as a vassal. What have we got here? Ah, another free stability event. Well, we don't really need that because we're at max stability. But yeah, if we could go over here and vassalize these guys, that'd be useful. What are we at relationship limit-wise? We're only at 2 of 3. The Shawnee and the Micmac. So we could potentially get an ally in someone. These guys look like they're in a war. They are. They're in a war with the Cheyenne, which is unfortunate for them. So maybe we don't want to try and get them to be our ally. That might be a little bit risky. So we'll take the yearly prestige guy, because the one we just hired died already. So much for that production efficiency. Or trade efficiency, or whatever it was. Still haven't seen any more troops disappear off Powhatan's numbers. We can afford to get up to our force limit, but I think we should probably wait and try and get that loan paid off first. Now that I'm the leader of the Federation, what would happen if I wanted to declare war on you? Still improving with the Micmac. Well, let some of these finish off if we can. I really wish that you didn't have to have a diplomat to check on declarations of war. I mean, I understand, fair enough, you've got to have the... you've got to have a diplomat to actually make the declaration of war, but you should just be able to click on this button and see who would join and see what CBs you have that way. They have a conquest CB against us, because apparently we hold provinces that they have claims on. How does that work then? How do they have a claim on this? It must be because it's a colony. But yeah, we don't have any other CBs on them, I don't think. So what are we up to here? 56 more. We can get 8 more with these guys. So that'll be done in a month or two. And then we'll go and have a look. So what about states? I guess we probably... Yeah, this is a state with a single province. And we would make slightly, just ever so slightly more money. It's hardly worth it, but we will end up taking more of this stuff later on. 30 points to core. So we've got loans. Let's go ahead and repay a loan. We've only got the one loan anyway. So we'll get that repaid, and that will reduce our... Oh, now we have a mission available as well. Accumulate money. How much do I need to accumulate? 68.4. We could probably do that, you know. So, yeah, let's go... Unless I declare a war, of course. So... we have the Humiliate CB. Now, Abenaki would come in, the Shawnee would not, because obviously they're still going to call it a distant war, aren't they? Yeah, distant war. We're never going to offset that penalty. It's quite possible that the Susquehannock would come in, but I don't really know how much of an army they have. They've only got 8,000 men. They are on military tech 3, though. We can get Diplotech. We could get the Diplotech. There's no downside to doing... No, we'd only be 2 techs ahead, so that's fine. We can do that. That shouldn't give us any corruption. Yeah, we're not unbalanced enough as it is. And yeah, the Huron are at military tech 3, so we definitely don't want to be attacking those right now. So yeah, we just need to try and get ourselves some more friends. Are you guys in a fight? You're not at the moment. If we try and improve relations with you, we might be able to get you in a federation. I'm just trying to open up different avenues of being able to, you know, attack people. Apparently Huron is no longer a valid rival for us, which I find really strange. So we've lost the Humiliate CB against them. Not too sure why that is. I like how we've got a rival in a one province minor, but no rival against someone that is pretty much the same size as us. Natives in Delaware lose 1 ferocity. Yeah, now we have that costly trade embargo, so we need to go and revoke that. No diplomat to send. Fort defense or siege ability. Siege ability is always going to be better. Let's bring back the guy from the Micmac, and we'll revoke this embargo with the Huron. So we no longer have the costly embargo, so that is fine there. And we could probably grab like Ontario or something. 6 development is not too bad. Seneca is only 4 development, and it's got a normal winter. Well, this is normal winter as well as a mild winter. So yeah, maybe we want to try and grab that. I know on previous series that I've done, I think particularly my French one where I was colonizing a lot of North America, and people were constantly sort of complaining at me because I'd click on I'd point to a province and say that it was USA when it was actually like Canada, or I'd say it was Canada when it was USA. I don't live in America, I don't live in Canada, my geography knowledge is terrible, and plus of which most of these provinces aren't named after the provinces that are there today. I mean, okay, yeah, some of them are, like Massachusetts and Connecticut and Manhattan, you know, Delaware. These are all places that I recognise, but Ontario, of course, places like that. But then there are other places that I look at, and I mean, Hochelaga, does that still exist in Canada? Aris, what is that? Arsigantagok. Does that still exist? Aroostook. See, I don't know any of these places. So, there we go. We now have Military Tech 3. So, we're now actually on... We want to accumulate money, so we don't want to go ahead and build anything right now. But we're now probably on a par with these guys. They are still only on Military Tech 3. Now, they're on coastline. If we were to jump straight on them, we could probably take them out. That might well work. It is a little bit of a risky thing to do. It's definitely a risky thing to do. They still don't have any other allies apart from these guys over here, which we could probably kill anyway. Having extra numbers doesn't really help all that much. So what we might want to do is have the two separate armies. So this army could kill this stack. And then this army could go and kill this stack. Although I think I'd still be better off just putting all of the men into one place. And we are building up a spy network against them. They don't have any allies apart from these guys. So that is not too bad. Can't see what their general is at the moment. Not even sure if they've got one. I was hoping they'd reduce their numbers a little bit more. But at the moment they just don't seem interested in doing that. We are getting close to completing that mission though. And I would like to complete the mission. What do we actually get for completing it? Oh, look at that. We've lost the stability. Great. So we need 69.3 ducats. It's actually just dropped down now to 67.8. That's probably because we don't have 3 stability anymore. And we'll gain 10 prestige. It's not really an awful lot for doing that. We've lost an advisor. Fantastic. That's our military guy. I think we really want to keep around. Although we can get a morale of armies guy. So I think we should take that morale of armies guy. And then in the next episode, we should probably go and declare our war over here. So I'm going to end things there. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4 as the Iroquois. I'll see you on the next video. And until then, goodbye for now.